Okay, so I was at my local club and I was at this Swiss tournament, and somehow the city championship finalist, Emilio Ramirez, he's a good friend of mine, and he somehow ended up facing me, like the underdog of the whole club. I don't know how I was able to do it, but I invented a GAMBIT in the process when I did this. He plays his normal Catalan stuff, d4, and I genuinely thought I was going to be able to get some kind of Alban counter gambit thing going on with him, but nah. This wasn't the original gambits for Black Course by Levi Rossman. It's not available anymore, but it was available in Chesley 1.0. He normally does this Fianchetto thing, that's his count stuff. This wasn't the Alban counter gambit exactly, but I knew I was going to get similar lines, so I went for it, and he took like he should. And I advanced my pawn forward. As it turns out, there's a better way to play this, which is this, and then he takes, and then there's this. Goes from that, but I'm getting sidetracked here. And then, yeah, he played exactly into my prep, and I was ready for it. I had this check available, so I went for it. In hindsight, I should have just taken it, which would have allowed his queen to develop for free. I didn't want his queen to develop, and I was kind of worried about that, but as it turns out, he can just take my pawn at any time, and then he would have just been able to develop his queen for free. You'll see it later on. So I backed my bishop, knowing fully well that I had my knight waiting to trade. He didn't see it, but he was able to develop his queen anyway, which, I block. In hindsight, I should have just traded the queens. He castles. I develop my knight, trying to gang up on this queen so that I can like chase it out. Develops this knight. I don't know what he's doing there. I castle. He has his rook ready. I didn't see that. And I start ganging up on the queen. He goes there, and I chase the queen one more time. He will take this queen, but I already had two pieces waiting for him, so I would have been fine here. He takes, I take, and then I start trading off knights. This was reminiscent of the martial attack thing going on back in like the main line when I like studied it religiously, so I remember it. He went here. I don't know what he was trying to achieve, so I just defend. He went back. I don't know what he's doing there. As it turns out, he was trying to go for this check to like, I wasn't sure of that at the time, but I already knew I had a fork waiting, so I just went for that. And then he checks. I'm going to lose my rook, but I was able to just keep my call because I already knew, like, I was already going to win that back, so I would have been fine. So he takes, and I have this nasty fork. He didn't even see it. I don't know why, but he just didn't bother to defend either one of his rooks, so I basically got a rook for free. In hindsight, I should have taken this, but what can you do? The good news is that I was able to trade a lot of material down, and I would eventually only be down by like 2 pawns. The only problem was I couldn't for the life of me figure out this particular endgame. I knew for a fact that I really did have a really good game. I almost managed to, if I just knew how to endgame better, I definitely would have beaten him. I